What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I've been meaning to put this video out there for a really long time, but I was waiting for all of my book outlet books to come in order to film this haul. So this haul, I actually have like over 20 books just because I have some from book outlet and then some from book swaps I've been doing. And then I have a couple that I got gifted recently. So I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and get started with the book haul. So I want to give a big thank you to book outlet because I am a vlogger friend over there on their page, and that just means that they give me a gift card for me to get books from the book outlet website in order for me to make a video to show you guys how cheap the books are and how amazing the books are and what great choices they have. And so I am very thankful to be able to have this partnership with them. And so I would love for you guys, if you're using book outlet, to click my affiliated link down below, and that just means that they want to work with me in the future and I can show you guys more book hauls in the future. If you don't know what book outlet is, it's like this big online warehouse where they get all of these like cheap books that bookstores don't want or need anymore because they have so many. And so a lot of these are like really nice, in very great condition. There's hardcovers, paperbacks, and they're so cheap. It's just like absolutely amazing. Throughout my book haul, I'm going to tell you guys the prices that I paid for the books that I hauled, and so that way you guys know, like, it might have been a $20 book on Amazon or in a bookstore and it might only be like $5 or $6 on book outlet. Sometimes they're only even like $2 and stuff, which is absolutely amazing. If you spend $35 or more on book outlet, you get free shipping. Otherwise it's just a $5 flat rate, which isn't that bad either because their books are so cheap. So go ahead and check out their website and use the link down below so that way you guys can order your own books, especially during this quarantine right now. I know you guys need more books to read. Okay, we're gonna start out with my book outlet haul first. First two books that I'm gonna show you guys are actually like recommendations that I got from Zoe's channel. So Zoe Delaney, or what she used to be known as was Zoe Reads, and these are from her like fat rep video that she did that is like super popular, and I really wanted to read these books because of that, and I was so excited to find them on book outlet for a very cheap price. I'm just gonna pop up the prices on the screen for you guys so you know how much I paid for each book, but this one is To Be Honest by Maggie Ann Martin. So this is like a YA romance, or also just like a YA contemporary. This is about this girl named Savannah who her big sister goes off to college, and I think she's recently been on a weight loss show, and her mom keeps pressuring her now to even like lose more weight, and I guess just like bugs her about eating all the time at home. And I feel like I can totally relate to this book because my mom has always been very big with dieting, and so I always feel very self-conscious about like what I look like and what my mom's going to say and stuff like that. So I am very excited to read this, and I'm hoping that I can relate to this character. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I feel like this is just going to be a very easy read for the quarantine time right now. Next up is There's Something About Sweetie. So this is about a girl named Sweetie who is actually, I think, a runner, but her parents never think that she's good enough because she is overweight, and so she's struggling with that. And I think there's also like a side character or a boy that she's gonna fall in love with. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm here. I want to read these fat rep books, and I'm super excited for both of these. Next up is a book that I found on the book outlet website for just a couple dollars, and it just sounds absolutely amazing. This is At the Wolf's Table. This is a historical fiction novel, but I'm just like, I don't know, the synopsis of this just like really pulled me in, and I feel like it's just gonna be like, I don't know, really intriguing. This is Germany of 1943, and this 25-year-old girl with her parents gone and her husband fighting on the front lines of World War II, she actually has to go and be like one of Hitler's tasters. So 2 times a day, her and 9 other women have to eat his meals before he does, so that way like he's not accidentally not accidentally poisoned, but you know what I mean. And so that's what she does, and so I am very excited about this. Like, I don't know, it just sounds really good. I can't even imagine having to be like a taste tester because of food being poisoned, you know? I don't know. It just sounds really great. Okay, next up is a tiny little paperback book. This is Love Talk. This is actually like a self-help marriage type of book. It says speak each other's language like you never have before. I actually haven't heard much about this, but I saw it on Book Outlet, and I'm doing a marriage like kind of counseling book, I guess if you want to say, like with my husband now, just because I love books like that, and we didn't get to ever do premarital counseling. But I also love like the 5 love languages, and so I thought that this would fit hand in hand with that. So I'm very excited. It just says Love Talk includes cracking the code of your personal talk styles, the secret to emotional connection, when not to talk, a communications 101 primer, practical help for the silent partners. So this is just like, I guess, a way of a book about communication in marriage, and so I'm very excited about this, and I hope it's a good one. Okay, next up is The Cheerleaders, and I believe this is a YA thriller novel, and I've actually heard some really good things about this book. Some people I think don't like it, and then some people like love it, so I am curious to see what I'm going to think. It says, first there was a car accident, 2 girls dead after hitting a tree on a rainy night. Those 2 girls were killed by the man next door. The police shot him so no one will ever know his reasons. But then I guess there was a suicide, and then 5 years later, I guess like things are coming back. I don't know, it almost sounds like Pretty Little Liars to me, and I do really love that show. So I am very excited to read this, and I don't know, the cover just like seems really cool. Next up from Book Outlet is Notes on a Nervous Planet. I actually saw, I think it was Whitney from Witty Novels reading this book, and I had to look it up after she talked about it. This is actually really cute. It's like pretty tiny, like a little, like it's not that big right here. I think it's just like a little self-help book, and it says rates of stress and anxiety are rising. And it says, when Matt Haig developed panic disorder, anxiety, and depression as an adult, he began to look for the ways in which the external world could impact his mental health in both positive and negative ways. I feel like this is a great book right now during quarantine, because even I am dealing with anxiety with all of the coronavirus stuff going around. And so I really want to read this. I think I might put this in my May TBR, because I'm going to be doing a mental health readathon in my book club. If you want to join my book club and partake in all the fun events, I have the link down below for you guys. But yeah, we're going to be doing a mental health readathon in the month of May, and I really want to read this during that because I think it'll just be really great for me. Okay, the next 2 books are actually by the same author. So I got Starry Eyes and Serious Moonlight, both by Jen Bennett. I saw Kayla at Books and Lala talk about Starry Eyes and how much she loved it, and I feel like I'm just like hit or miss with YA contemporary, but my book club was starting to read Jen Bennett, and so I wanted to get the books so I could like partake in that. But yeah, so I'm really excited for these. I think this is more of a camping romance, I believe. Yes, and so this is a camping romance, and then I'm not sure what romance this is. This is really funny. This girl was raised in isolation and homeschooled by strict grandparents, and I was homeschooled, so I feel like I could relate to this. Yeah, I think this is just like a contemporary romance. So really excited about both of these. They're really nice hardcovers too. Okay, and then I actually got a fantasy book. So this is the 3rd book in a series, and I've actually read the other 2 books. Y'all need to give me a pat on the back, okay? This is Finale. I actually have been meaning to read this or pick it up, and I almost picked it up my last Book Outlet haul, and then I didn't. But now with all the libraries closed, I thought, why not pick it up, because I still need to read this 3rd book in this series. Now, I have heard that people don't like this one as much. I'm not really a big series reader, but since I read 2 out of 3 books, I just feel like I should read the 3rd book. I am very excited to read this. Not sure when I'm gonna get to it, but if you haven't read Caraval, like, so good. I love it so much, and I can't believe that I actually like these fantasy books, but I'm really excited for this one. This one's a lot bigger than I expected it to be. I'm really glad that I got this. The next 2 books I picked up, one of them I am going to read and the other one I'm not, but both of these books I actually picked up for my sister. And so the one that I am going to read is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. This is actually pretty tiny, and it just sounds like really, really great. It says, Elizabeth hasn't had a proper meal in weeks. Her thin arms are covered with bruises from her caregiver, and she's on the verge of being thrown into the streets until she is brought to the home of Victor Frankenstein. Victor is her escape from misery. Elizabeth does everything she can to make herself indispensable, and it works. So I don't know, it just sounds like really good. It's like kind of a horror, but not really, because it seems like there's probably gonna be a little romance in there. But I'm really excited for this. So I am gonna send this off to my sister. I'm not sure when I'm going to read it. And this one is for my sister. This is The Wicked Deep, and she's very excited to read this. I'm not that much into fantasy, so I don't think I would ever read this, but this is definitely about, I think it's about like witches, I think. Yeah, witchery. So if you like a book about witches, I've actually heard really great things about this one. Okay, so that was it from my book outlet haul. Now we're gonna go into the books that I swapped this month and also the books that I was gifted this month, and I'm really excited. I've been trying, like, it's been so hard for me not to show you guys these like for so many months now. We will talk about the books that I swapped for first. This one actually I didn't swap for. This one, the publisher reached out to me. This is the Magnolia Sisters, and I said yes because it actually just sounded really good. It's just this like cute little summer romance, and I am going to read it, even though I usually don't like little, like, you know, the little, what are these things called? Like the airplane copies? I don't know. But that's what got sent to me, and I am excited to read it. So I'm definitely going to read this one soon. Now I swapped for The Grace Year, and I actually gave this to my sister first, and she read it and she just gave it back to me. And she, like, everyone I know of is like raving about this book. And so I am definitely reading this book in May, and I am so excited. I don't know if I'm gonna do a spoiler vlog for it or see if my co-host for Booktubers and Brews wants to read this, but this is happening in May, and I've heard amazing things. It's some type of dystopian story. It doesn't have a synopsis on this because this is an arc, but I don't know, everyone has been raving about this, and they say it's almost like The Giver and The Hunger Games like mixed together, and like, I literally just can't wait to read this. Next up is Misconduct by Penelope Douglas. I'm really excited for this because this is like a forbidden taboo romance. It says former tennis player Easton is trying to be the best teacher she can be, trying to reach her bored students, trying to forget her past, but now one parent-teacher meeting may be her undoing. Meeting Tyler for the first time makes it easy for Easton to see why his son is having trouble in school. So it's actually, this is a teacher relationship with a student parent thingy. Does that even make sense? I don't even know. But yeah, it's like a forbidden taboo romance, and I think I'm actually going to wait and read this during Romance-a-thon, which is a readathon that Gabby and I host in June, and so I'm very excited for this. But I think I'm gonna wait to read it until then, just because I wanna make sure I have some good romance novels for that week. Then I also swapped for My Dark Vanessa. I'm excited about this because everyone has been saying this is really good, but it's very dark and disturbing, and I'm here for that. I think this is about a girl that has been sexually harassed by her teacher for like her whole teenage life. And so that just, I don't know, I don't want to say that like that sounds great to me, like I don't want to be like that, but like I do really like dark thrillers, and so I like thrillers that kind of make me like feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happens to people. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I just am sad that it's like the deckled edges. Then I swapped for Long Bright River because everyone's been raving about this book. This is actually a pretty big book, but I do really want to read it, and everyone says it's worth it, and so I'm not even sure like what this is about. Two sisters travel the same streets through their lives, couldn't be more different than one of them goes missing. It sounds pretty basic, but everyone has been just raving about it, so I thought I should just listen to everybody and go with the flow. And then for the last book that I swapped, this is Becoming by Michelle Obama. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time, especially since a lot of people talk really highly of it, and she talks about, I think, how she had trouble getting pregnant, and I struggle with infertility, so I'm always looking to read other people's stories, and so I'm very excited to read this. I'm not exactly sure when I will read it, but I've heard amazing things about it, and so when I need that nonfiction book, this one is here for me. Okay, I think we have 5 books left. We're getting to the end now, people. All right, these books are books that were gifted to me, and I'm so thankful for them being gifted to me. So we have my first graphic novel ever. I've never read a graphic novel, and I'm about to be doing a reading vlog specifically for this graphic novel. This is A Quiet Girl in a Noisy World. So I am going to film myself reading this graphic novel, which is really exciting because it looks just so super cute. It looks so cute, like, oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? It's so cute. So I'm gonna be filming a reading vlog for this. I mean, there'll probably be spoilers in it because this book is just like a graphic novel. I'm not sure. I don't even know how graphic novels work, but anyway, there might be spoilers in it, but it's also gonna be just like my whole quarantine routine daily vlog while I'm reading this as well. So I really hope you guys are excited. I'm planning on that coming out on Saturday. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Then I have The How and the Why, and I'm really excited about this. This is a YA novel, but I believe it's about a story of adoption. And like I said, I deal with infertility and I want to foster or adopt in the future. So I do really want to read like fiction books and nonfiction books about that topic. So I'm very excited. People say that this is a really good book and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Like, how many yellow and green books do you see like that? Very excited for this. I was gifted A Little Life and I'm very excited for this. This is huge, but I've heard amazing things. I feel like I say that for every single book from this book haul. I'm like, I've heard amazing things, but that's pretty much like, I don't just buy books to buy books. Like, I get books because I've heard really amazing things and I want to read them. So this book is about these 4 guys, I think, that are in college, and it just goes through their life. And I hear that this is very depressing, but I'm here for it and I can't wait to read it. Then I got gifted this book, I Liked My Life, and I've actually never heard of this. One of my friends gifted it to me because she thought that I would like it, and she really liked it, and a lot of other people started liking it. And this was a 2017 Goodreads Choice nominee. But this sounds really, really great. It's about this wife who dies and leaves her husband and teenage daughter, but she like found a replacement for her. I don't know, it sounds really, really great. I think it might be like an emotional thriller, if that makes any sense. But yeah, really excited for this one. And then last but not least, someone gifted me 52 Uncommon Ways to Unwind Together. I actually have the 52 date book. I forget what it's called. It's like 52 common dates or something like that. And this is just like a bunch of date ideas. So that way, like, if you do need to spend time with your husband or a significant other, there's like little ideas in here of like how to do those. And so I'm really excited for this because I thought maybe I could get some ideas like while we're in quarantine, like just to hang out, but not really like, you know, be going out on a date. And so I'm very excited for this. Like indoor bike tour, what? But yeah, really excited for this, and I'm so thankful for everyone that gifted me books. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, that was such a big book haul, but we are finally done. We have come to the end. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like when I do book haul. I like showing you guys what books I have, because then I feel like you guys can tell me which books to read first. Like, be like, oh my gosh, you got that, like you have to read that. But maybe that's just how my mind works. I don't know if your mind works like that, but anyway, I will see you guys on Saturday in a reading vlog. Bye everyone.